going live. Going live. Full stop. Welcome everyone to the next station, where there will only be room for 6 of you to remain chugging along on this sinful train. Let's start with you, Austin. Congratulations on winning immunity via touchy subjects. Is that any indication of the finger that you have on the pulse of this game?
Yes, I
Elaborate.
knew it. I will elaborate. I will stop misbehaving at station. Oh my god. Um, it's not a secret that I had that advantage, and I felt like I needed it because I just don't. It's hard. Touchy subjects is so hard, and a majority can be like 4 out of 7. Like it could be split, and so I just felt like I needed to look at someone's paper who I feel like has a good pulse. Yes, period.
Tyler, we are now at the final 7. Two-thirds of the players that have started this game have all failed to get on board and have had to get off at the next station. The end game is in sight. Do you play differently now than you would have earlier?
For me, no. As a player who's new, the same things that got me through my original 7 will get me through this 7. Um, I am choosing to play a game to stay true to who I am and the things that will help me as a player. And so when I came into the game, I did the same thing. I focused on building relationships. I focused on navigating and trusting my gut. And those two things are going to lead me through the final 7, just like they did the original 7 when we were all splitting cabins.
Caleb, you spoke last station about votes being negated and things like that from it being such a close vote. Where do you find yourself going into this station?
That's tough because I really felt confident about potentially winning immunity, and then Austin went and copied my answers. So I don't know. I thought I had a game plan coming in. I thought I had that immunity, and everything kind of got like completely shifted last second. So I think it's it's not really up to me, if that makes sense. Similar to the immunity challenge. I just am trying to adjust to those changes, like the immunity challenge.
Austin, Caleb did mention you by name. Do you care to respond to you cheating off of Caleb's answers, which was an advantage
Yes,
you won?
yes, I will respond. If I completely copied off of your answers, we would have had the same score.
All right. Noah, at what point do people start looking at individual moves? Like, was last week's vote where Danny left, was that a move? And is a move being made tonight?
I think moves are made every round in Survivor because if we didn't make moves, then there would still be 21 people here. Like even Amy would be here still. So it's kind of like, what? Don't that, come on. Anyways, but I'm just saying. So, and I also think if people aren't thinking about like individual games, then it's like, how can you think about even playing your case to a jury if you're not thinking about how you're going to get yourself to that spot? Mitch kicked me out of the bedroom for this, by the way. Anyways, I'm happy to be here. Topher, next question for Austin.
All right. Well, Taylor's here. So
Oh, Taylor,
Taylor,
Mama.
I'm happy
She's
Noah,
half asleep.
Noah brought up resume building. How do you ensure that you have a resume that is good enough of a win? Although, people thought that you may be the one to win.
Um, Honestly, I was a bit confused about that because I feel that I've been playing a group game and the moves that I'm making have been with other people and navigating that together. But I think it's about, being able to talk about your part in a move, and how you contributed to that. Because I think you can't vote someone out alone, you can't make a move alone. So just being able to kind of, isolate your game and speak to what you were able to do.
Austin, Taylor brings up playing group games. How does one navigate that? What does somebody do to set themselves apart from the group? Or are we all just happy if any one of the seven of us win?
Oh, I personally will be happy if any of us win. I don't. What sets us apart? I don't know. I mean, like, I think this goes back to what Noah said. We all have individual intentions while we, like, I think this is what makes this game so fun. Like, we have to work together to have our own individual agendas progress, and the people who are doing that better than other people are the ones getting further. I don't know yet how one differentiates. It could be a move. It could be the little moves we make when we talk to other people who are outside of our perceived group. Who's to say?
Tyler, is it better to just make it as far as you can? Or do you risk it coming seventh, but not doing anything would have just given you third?
For me, I think it's really calculated. As a new person who has not been in an org, having the Kaleidoscope experience and getting seventh gives me experience that I can use in the future. Whereas other players have joined an org, made a mistake, learned from that, and now have decisions to make based on past experiences. So for me, it's making sure that if I'm going to take a risk, that I have thought out every detail and made sure that it's the most calculated thing for me in that moment for my game. I love all of us as a seven, and yet I want to win. I think for me as a competitive person, I adore everyone left in the seven and would be really disappointed in myself to not go as far as I could, to lay on a sword and say, you know what, seventh is it. I'm out. So that's where I'm at.
Caleb, this game is truly not over until you are asked to leave the Zoom immediately. Even if you're on the wrong side of the numbers, is there a sense of relief that the decision didn't land on you?
I think if you're making decisions, as Tyler said, that you're happy with, decisions that you think you can end the game with, regardless of what position you're in, satisfied with, then yes. Like, as long as you're happy with the game you played, regardless of what position you go out in, regardless of who goes out tonight, that's what matters most. And that's what I had to come to peace with in my first game, and what I think I haven't had to worry about in this game, which is a very comforting feeling compared to the first org I ever played. Just like being happy with how you play, regardless of how that is.
Noah, It seems like there's a lot of positive energy that is going around, and everybody seems happy for everybody. But what would you say the level of competition is? Can you really get a sense that people don't want to go home and are willing to do anything?
Yeah, I think everyone wants to be here badly, and I think because of that, like I think throughout the pre-merge of this game, like things were whittled out for us kind of, and we got a big group, oh fuck, big batch of badass competitors here. And I think the next thing moving forward is thinking about maybe like win equity, like who do you think you have a good shot at? Or are you like it shouldn't even be about that. Like you should be able to pitch your game at the end of the day. But sorry, I'm running on one brain cell right now. Yes, I think that we are all worthy players here.
Taylor, do you feel like it may be more about resume building or jury management? And how do you accomplish both at the same time?
Um, I think, you can still make moves while being respectful to people and respecting other people's games. And I think it comes down to kind of what Tyler was saying, like, you know, being true to who you are. And if who you are means treating people you're in the game with well, no matter what, like, I think that's jury management. This game, we have to vote people out. So some people might take that really personally and be mad at whoever voted them out no matter what and not see it as a game and just take it really personally. But I think everyone in this group at least, sees it as a game and moves. And I think it's very hard to balance, but I think there's a good crew here that sees the importance of that balance. And, you know, I don't know. I'm also running on one brain cell, so that probably didn't make any sense. But yeah, thanks.
Well, we are now at the time to find out who the next juror to be managed is. Before we do, does anybody have anything that they would like to say? All right. Well, tonight Austin has one individual immunity. You cannot vote for Austin. Austin also has the Sin immunity necklace. So that's double the protection for Austin tonight. I'm about to go off camera and mute myself while I am away. You may feel free to talk about anything except for this vote and the game. Please rebump your votes in your prod chat. I will be back.
I'm so tired, y'all.
I saw.
Where I follow where she goes. Oh, you fill my hands with sweetness. I can't even sing.
Beautiful. Continue.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you. Thank you.
Lullaby. I'm gonna fall asleep.
That was not Susie, that was Taylor. Thank you, Taylor. Sorry. I was like looking at Susie while that was speaking. Soft kitty, warm.
Good thing.
Oh, that's Susie.
You got it. Nice.
Shout out to my wife, the tortellini we made tonight, my prod guests, and my cousin, as per usual.
Shout out Karen and Jeremy. I'm off cam doing not live streamable things, but shout out y'all.
Oh,
You can go, Austin.
oh, shout out to Tony, shout out to Max, shout out to Donnie, shout out to Varsha.
Shout out Two Dogs in My Crib in my prod chat And shout out to all of the people at work who have to hear me talk about this game all the day or all day because they ask me questions. I appreciate them a lot. If they see this on YouTube, love you all.
So we're under a freeze warning tonight, and I find that comical.
Is that like temperature freeze?
Hmm.
That's light work.
Yeah, I
Last-
think it's. I think it's. It's supposed to get to like 29.
Just wear socks.
That's
Just
wild.
put on
for
your puffer, put on your sweats, put on your Bloodstones. You'll be good.
Like,
Get
this is me.
mitten warmers. Those are
Yes, like the little. Wait, are those the ones like you crunch and they heat your hands up?
yeah. And wear mittens, don't wear gloves.
Right.
hands.
It's just like not even like it's like
Is there skiing in Texas?
no.
It's currently 65.
Right.
No, I think that's supposed to be for tomorrow. Right now. Wait.
Oh, high of 49. On Thursday, it's a high of 12 here, I think.
Girl.
Yeah.
12.
12. Episode title is They're Skiing.
Is
in
there
Texas.
skiing in Texas?
Just saying.
I think there could be.
In the is there mountains in Texas? That's my next question.
Mm-hmm.
Texas has every terrain imaginable and has all of the temperatures, all of it's got forests, it's got deserts, it's got lush greenlands.
And when Kaleidoscope Four Seasons comes next season and it's based in Texas, then what?
Wait, Texas has forests?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, East Texas is very foresty. Actually, Stephen F. Austin, which is the college that was in Nacogdoches, the town I lived in, is a forestry college.
Wait, Topher, are you from Texas?
No, I lived in Texas for 4
I
years.
was about to say, like, oh my God, who's talking about Nacogdoches, Texas? Topher lived there, but then
That's what I was
then I
saying.
realized it was Topher.
That's what I was saying. I was like, wait a second, who knows Nacogdoches, Texas? Because that
You don't know
is-
Nacogdoches, Texas? Y'all are.
I do.
I do.
Who hasn't heard of Nacogdoches?
You don't
Texas?
know
I think we
Nacogdoches.
all
What
know
a
what
noob.
Nacogdoches, Texas is.
You get a bonus point if you can spell Nacogdoches.
NAKAODOCIOUS.
Long.
That's it. That's it, Noah.
Wait,
Bonus
really?
point.
Califragilisticexpialidocious.
Nay,
I can spell
nay,
that.
Dog, doc, keys.
SUPERCA.
If you know the
I am back
something,
back with the entire unabridged works of H.P. Lovecraft right here in this book. Right.
Someone mute Susie.
Please.
Okay, so once the votes are read, the decision is final. The passenger with the most votes will have failed to get on board and thus must get off at the next station. But before I do, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol or other relevant advantage that you would like to play, now would be the time to do so. All right, and with that, I will read the votes. Again, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The passenger with the most votes will have a moment to speak their piece and then must leave the Zoom immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Taylor. 1 vote, Taylor. Taylor. 2 votes, Taylor. Taylor. That's 3 votes, Taylor. Caleb. 3 votes Taylor, 1 vote Caleb. Caleb. 3 votes Taylor, 2 votes Caleb. Caleb. We are tied. 3 votes Taylor, 3 votes Caleb, 1 vote left. Next, passenger who has failed to get on board and has become the 2, 3, 4, 5th member of the jury and must get off at this next station is Taylor. Taylor, you may now speak your piece.
I knew it. I had a feeling. I love all of you. Good luck. Caleb has a hidden immunity idol, and so does Tyler. I'm just kidding. But good luck, guys.
Thank you, Taylor. We appreciate you joining us and playing this season. It was a blast. Now you must leave the Zoom immediately.